feel kicked on the chest by your knowledge of self that you've been representing and fighting for a country that oppresses your people and has oppressed your people and that never liberated your people. So you're fighting for a country that captured your people, conquered your people, never liberated your people, and then continue to oppress your people, and you're fighting for that country. You should feel kicked in the chest with that knowledge of self that you've been fighting for the wrong people, for the wrong country. Not because somebody stepped on the flag that you were brainwashed to commit to, that don't fight for you. The American government system oppresses your people, your own people. They wrote into law that your people couldn't have money for 300 years, couldn't own land for 300 years, were chatteled property for 300 years, that same government that you were taught to serve. So understand, and that still has systematic laws that oppress your people. And there's still genocide being committed against your people. So don't feel offended by somebody attacking the government and put your patriotism before your humanitarianism, or before your new Africanism. You black before you a patriot of America. You black before it all. And before any of us were American, right? We were the property of America. And then before that, we were liberated people in Africa that were captured by America. So remember who you are. You're not who you're left to be. You're not just a vestige of being a victim. So don't feel so prideful about the same country again. Don't be a Jewish person fighting for a Nazi army that freed the Jews. It's the same thing. If Hitler would have freed the Jews instead of starting World War II, but freed the Jews as second-class citizenship in a Nazi version of Jim Crow, would the Jews call themselves African Americans be proud to fight for a Nazi Hitler just because they freed them? Think about it. Just because Hitler freed the Jews, or would have freed the Jews, right? Hypothetical, we're saying. So if Hitler would have freed the Jews from a 12-year enslavement and Holocaust, would that have made them, or would it have been wise to be proud Jewish Nazi citizens? Would that have been wise? I think not. I got a pretty good head on my shoulders. I think most of you all do. I don't think the Jews, just because they were freed generations later, will be proud Jewish Nazis or feel offended by someone stepping on the Nazi flag and are still oppressing their people. America hasn't given us justice, have they? Because for every justice you can try to quote, I can give you 10 injustices. They haven't given us liberty. There's no liberation for the descendants of Africans, the heirs of the African slaves. We have no liberation. We're not considered by the World Court or Supreme Court or Civil Court as a nationality or a people. So how are we in liberation? We're not even the people of our own. We're just subjects of the American government who can prosper and create businesses and get distracted by our success and our popularity and our celebrity and our money and forget that we are under the authority of our kidnappers. Still. Distraction. Because you can have a Burberry tie and a Canali suit and be fly. Now you forget you're not free. Distraction. That's all it is. So for one, remember who you are, first and foremost, and stop putting the brainwash patriotism, whatever you want to call it, above your real ancestry and experience of your ancestors and experience of your current brothers and sisters today. But you don't see us as brothers and sisters. So you don't see yourself as this before you see red, white, and blue. That's the problem. You think red, white, and blue. I think red, black, and green. And that's a line we got to draw. And it's not, I didn't say white and black. I'm not talking about racism. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about empowering the most oppressed people in America. How do they get empowered? Politically united, economically stimulated, and socially elevated. How do we do that to the most oppressed of people in America and who suffer the most trauma from a 300-year enslavement, 100 years of Jim Crow, and 50 more years of BS? That's what I'm talking about. So you're going to think two ways. Two ways. And I can understand why other nationalities want to think red, white, and blue. I get it. I would too. If I was y'all and not born me, I get why you love red, white, and blue. I understand. Makes sense to me. But can you understand why I can't think red, white, and blue first? coming from my experiences, the experiences of my ancestors? Can you get that? That should make sense to you. I get why every other nationality probably adores America. Why wouldn't you? You have the American privilege. You have a different experience here. I get it. That's all. Let's just see things through our own paradigms, our own lenses. My lens and view of America is going to be different than yours because my experience here in America has been different than yours. That's cool. Respect my view, I respect yours. But understand, I think red, black, and green first and foremost. Because my people are the ones. It's just like Moses helped the Israelites out of Egypt.
Yeah, no
it's like
it's his people first.
What
the fuck you think I do this for? Like,
you gotta
like I don't push my ideology on you, but I live by the Bible, and this is what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. That's what the Bible tells me to do. And everybody who read it, I'll be like, what the fuck are y'all reading? Like, this shit is written plain as shit, even in a watered down fucking European version. It's plain as shit what we supposed to do for each other. Like, it's not rocket science. And when you sit up here and try to make it that, I just look at you like you fucking stupid. Because you be trying to drop knowledge all day, and it's not fucking rocket science. And all ancient texts, I'm not even going to just say the Bible. Go in ancient texts and watch what they tell you how to treat your fellow man. How to treat everything. All the ancient texts tell you the same fucking thing. So I don't care what it is you say you believe in, you don't believe in it. Because when you look at the core of all those sacred texts, ancient texts, all of it say the same shit. All of it. Everything has a core. The world has a core, a universal law to it. It's all the same shit. In the beginning, nobody had, it wasn't written down. The laws wasn't written down. The Most High everybody knew what the laws was in the beginning. That's how come in the beginning when Cain killed Abel, he hid. Am I my brother's keeper? That's where that come from. If you didn't know murder was wrong, nobody was writing then. If you didn't know murder was wrong, why are you going to say, am I my brother's keeper? The commandments was here before the world was ever created. This shit ain't nothing new. Everybody had our level.
Why are you worried about curse words, man? We talking about freedom. Somebody, why he cursing?
No fucking thing is cuss words. The whole English language is a curse language. Motherfucker. Like, come on, man. Like, I get knowledge for real. Like, don't get up there and play with me because you on this fucking live stream. But like, our level of intelligence then was higher. Where we was eating was higher, the oxygen level was higher, everything was on a greater scale back then. We were bigger people. Just, you can even look at us in America now, as for generations goes down. Look how much of a smaller being we have become physically. Look how much shorter our males are now. Back then we was living differently. And the whole culture, the whole worldly culture was different. We was all bigger men, mentally and physically. Because I could look at my lineage and see how we just keep all the way down. Like, when I go back, my grandfather name was, great-grandfather was big men. They was big men.
Mike and a...
I can't have them. Yeah, man, it's simple. It's real simple to me.
Oh, yeah. So recap of the campaigns. That's how I'm going to start. Boom. First of all, you got to get a black marker. You can't start the campaign for B's on a dollar, black dollars, without a black marker. Right? Action steps. Tomorrow, everyone, or this evening, go get a black marker. Try to buy it from a black supply store. That's going to be kind of hard. I don't see too many. I want to keep it funky. I don't even know what that. I only seen one before in Philly.
They tell us that's something that needs to be there.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that...
So, try to find a black... Next, Dominican or Hispanic. Keep it in the melanin. Supply store and get a black marker, right? So get a black magic marker. Remember, like your wallet, your main things you put in your pocket. I know for me, I got a certain routine. You know what I mean? I put my big bills in my right pocket, my small bills in my left pocket, my wallet. I'm saying it's like a certain routine. Whatever your routine is, your wallet, your pocketbook, put your magic marker in your routine now. It has to go in your inside jacket, whatever it is, your magic marker, right? Keep it with you. And now, every time you spend, or before you even spend, just at home, spread all your bills out and just write B's on all of them. Start off right now. Right? Put B's on all your bills. I'm going to do it. I'm recording. I'm putting on YouTube. Putting B's on all my bills.
Claiming it's black. That's only black money.
Put a B on it. And now,
Let the white people see that.
I'm going
to try to take it out of rotation.
I'm gonna try to spend those dollars as much as possible at black establishments only, New African establishments only. And then I gotta tell them, no, I'm only spending it here. If y'all write a B on it too, when you put in your register and you go to spend it with other black vendors and businesses. And we start blacking out the money blackout. And we keep the money in the system. Write your B's on all the money. Black B's. And one day you're going to be doing something. You're going to be like, oh, snap, I got a black B. You're going to be souped up. You're going to be hyped. You got some black B money. It's going to have like 6 black B's on it. You're going to be like, yo, I'm keeping this joint right here. Yo, that's how it got to go.
That's success.
That's how we got to change the culture.
That's nation building. When you put economics, it's economics. That's what it all comes down to. That's what this country was built on. Money. But they made us work free for it. They got 400 years of free labor. Free. And we're still underpaid. We're underpaid slaves right now. We working, but they making all the profits. And then we ask for $15 an hour, and they going to raise the price on shit. You think they going to take a cut out of their profits to give you more money? No.
Yo,
so you get $15 an hour, bet you that dollar menu meal going to turn into a $2 menu meal, and what you going to do about it? What you did when the gas went up?
You can't do nothing because you don't control what you don't own. You don't control what you don't own. Period. So we don't own no businesses. Why we don't own no businesses? Because they had 300 years to create all the businesses. 400 actually. So think about it. And the natives of that foreign land who brought you here and enslaved you get to create and try, fail, succeed, whatever. All these businesses get free labor to build billion-dollar empires and pass down family wealth forever and own all the land. They got the head start. They got my bad. They got the head start. Think about your bread aisle, right? Go to your bread aisle in the grocery store. How many those loaves of bread are owned by a black company? Go to all the canned goods. Go to your ketchup, mustards, mayonnaises, all your goods. How many are owned by black businesses? All those, their whole supermarket. They up. They got the super duper head start. They super up. So hard even for us to spit on one of each other because they created everything. So we gotta, it's all the rebuilding. But we ain't just talking about the issues. Again, solutions. Black B's on your bills. Write black B's on all your dollar bills. Spend them. And that reminds you to spend in. Spend in. Other thing we're doing. We following, correct. We following Reverend Farrakhan's no Black Friday, no Christmas. We having a mass for Christ. A mass of people honoring Christ. That's what Christmas means. It's not Santa. It's not pleasing your kids with gifts. It's not bowing down to a Christmas tree. Christmas is about a mass of people honoring Christ.
We don't have to do it on that day either. Like, let's get the fuck out of that whole...
Right.
Out of that whole little section. Like, let them have their shit. They whatever they want to do, that's what y'all been doing. Keep y'all shit. Have it. That's what y'all want. Have at it. We don't have no problem with that. Let's come up with our own. You know what I'm saying?
We got Kwanzaa.
We got all kind of feasts because the Most High give us feasts.
We don't do nothing with it though.
We have because we lack knowledge. But I'm about to bring a lot of more knowledge back to the forefront. I took a lot of time off from teaching in a lot of other ways. Like there's a lot of shit I see online that I need that I need to correct. Like there's a lot of shit like we lost on a lot of shit, and it's not that we
I hate jump. I'm just like a...
It's not that we're lost on it. We just looking at it wrong.
Right.
We're looking at a lot of shit wrong because we're looking at a lot of shit from a European standpoint on a lot of fronts.
Oh, we think red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Right.
Like even our condition is conditioned. You know what I'm saying? Like
we sitting here celebrating.
It be some people that may ask me a question that I take offense to because the shit that, and I gotta stop that. The knowledge that they put out, if they actually understood exactly what they were saying when they put it out, I be thinking that they do and that they should understand a lot more. But evidently they don't, because I be getting mad about the shit. Because it's one thing to have knowledge, it's another thing to get understanding. Like You can have all the knowledge in the world you want, but if you don't overstand that knowledge, it's just gonna be a waste of knowledge. Like overstanding is
I don't even know what to do with these slides.
key.